Hello everyone, am I audible? Any one of you
Yes,
please
ma'am.
unmute yourself. All right. Okay, so welcome all to the last session of Prerna Schemes General Engineering. With me, I'm Assistant Professor Tiksha Sharma. And so far, we have covered the parts of speech that is verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Along with that, we have covered phrases and idioms. Okay, so today I have got another very interesting topic for you. Today I'm going to teach you about, okay, so it's a very difficult, very confusing, but fun grammar point. So it's called articles. Everyone, can you see my screen? My screen's visible, right? The first slide with the topic articles, tenses, articles, and vocabulary. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right. So articles are confusing. Yes, I know articles are confusing. There are many rules in English about articles, and we can't go through all of them. I can teach you all of them right now, but trust me, I'll do my best with it. Okay. So what are articles? First of all, we'll start with articles, then we'll go with tenses, and then we'll end with vocabulary or words. Okay. So articles, what are articles? Articles are words that define a noun. Okay. As specific or unspecific. It defines a noun, but it just do not define a noun. It define a noun as a specific or unspecific. Okay. So here I have written one example for you, which goes as after a long day. Just a second. Okay. Japan. Okay. So after a long day, the cup of tea tasted particularly good. Okay. So how does it explains the article? By using the article the. Which article we have used here? The we have used. Okay. So by using the article the, we have shown that it was one specific day. It was a specific day. Okay. It was not generalized any day. Okay. It was specific the day, that day. Okay. That was long and one specific cup of tea that tasted good. Okay. So it is defining a noun in a specific way. Another one is after a long day, a cup of tea tasted particularly good. What I did, I replaced the with a. What happens if I replace the with a? How does it change? How does a article changes the meaning of sentence? Here, the, it defines specifically what like a cup of tea. It was very specific. Okay, so here if I will replace the with a, what will happen? By using the article a over here, we have created a general statement, okay, implying that any cup of tea, a cup of tea, any tea, tea would be fine. Okay, just I want a tea. That's it. Okay, so it is not specific. Okay, it is general. So it defines a noun, but it is unspecified. Okay, so generally we have broadly we have two types of article: definite article and indefinite article. But we'll read more about articles. Okay, so articles are, I've given you the example of a and the. So mainly there are three: a, that is here, a, an, and the. Okay, these are the broadly used articles. Okay, so we'll start with an first. And articles comes before noun. And what is a noun? Noun is a person, a place, or a thing. Okay, so I'm going to generalize here and say that before most nouns in English, you have to use an article. Okay, of course, there are millions of exceptions to what I have just said. Sometimes we do not use an article with a noun, but that's whole other thing. So we'll concentrate with the articles and nouns over here. Okay, articles goes with noun. Okay, so we're gonna stick with these ones. when to use a, when to use an, and when to use the before a noun in a proper English sentence. Okay, we use these when we speak, when we write, and they are very important in grammar. So I'll help you, don't worry. So first one is an. I have written here an. Okay. So an's easy. Okay, it's the easiest of all. Trust me, it is. So we'll do that one first. So it comes before a singular noun. Okay. It is used in a singular noun. It's an okay. I've told you it's used before a singular noun. The noun that starts with a vowel. Over here, I have specifically written we have to use it before a noun, but the noun that should start with a vowel. Now, what's a vowel? Anybody knows what's a vowel? Yes, that's A, E, I, O, U. Shall I write it here? A, E, I. Okay, please pardon my handwriting. I, O, and U. Okay, so vowels, it is used before a vowel. I can give you an example of I. Okay, E, Y, E. So we say an I. Okay, every time. We do not say I. If I say I, that will be wrong. No. And we can't even say the I. Okay. The I. No. The I. Wrong. Okay. An I. An I is the right one. Why? Because here what we have? We have E, and E is a vowel. Okay. So we have to use article N. Okay. Or, okay, we have five vowels in English. I've told you A, I, O that begins. Noun we have an. We have to say an I have told you because I begins with E. Then I can give you one more example of ice cream. So how can you say I'd like to have a ice cream? I would like to have the ice cream. No, I would like to have an ice cream. And ice cream starts with I. I is a vowel. Okay. So that was an example of A with the vowel. If the word begins with a vowel sound, so here I have written vowel sound. What do you mean by vowel sound, you will ask? So what's a vowel sound, you will ask? Ma'am, what are you talking about? So vowel sound is usually always the letters that sounds like an vowel, but they are not a vowel, like Z, B, T, G, and H. Okay, so how am I saying that these sounds like vowel? I'll give an example. I've said Z, B, T, G, and H. Okay, so if I'll write H, O, U, R, what is it? It's an R. Okay, our. Okay, an R. Okay, not a R, not the R, an R. Why? Because how we pronounce it? We pronounce it R. Okay, we pronounce it as R, where H is generally silent. An R. Okay, it's not just O-U-R, it is H-O-U-R, R. Okay, an hour. So it sounds like vowel, but it is not an actual vowel. So we'll use an before using these words. Okay, so moving on with that. Okay, so I hope you all are with me. We'll move on to the next one, that is A. So A is the very first letter of our alphabet, A. Okay, and A is a vowel as well. So a vowel, an article, and the very first letter of our alphabet. So don't get confused here with vowel and article. Okay, don't get confused. So we use for again a singular noun. A is used for a singular noun. All of these are going to be used with singular nouns only. If the plural noun, if the noun has an S at the end, we do not use an article. Okay, keep that in mind. Keep your copy pen ready and please take notes of whatever I'm saying. Okay, so we use for a singular noun in general form. You can think of this as easier as any. Okay, like any. Over here I've written any. Above, in above slide also I've given an example like any cup of coffee, any, where we are using a. Okay, so this will give you like a bit more of a clarity. Okay, with this we are replacing it with the word any. Okay, if you go, like I'll give you an example. If you go to a coffee shop and there are muffins, 5 muffins kept out there, and they're all the same, so you're going to say to the person that works at the coffee shop, I would like to have a muffin. Okay. So you don't get to choose which muffin. Okay. Like you can't say just nahi bhaiya mujhe wahi wala muffin. You can't say that because they're all same. Okay. So you just have to say I want a muffin. Okay. And he'll give you a muffin. Okay. So that's how it is equivalent to say any. Okay. It's like saying I would like any muffin. Okay, so I hope you got that. Okay, it is used for when you don't care which one it is. You just want one of something, one of anything, or something. Okay, the only difference of n and is n you use before a vowel. I've given an example of an I, or you can say I would like if you are using a. So what you can say is I would like to have a cookie. Okay, a cookie. And cookie can be like there'll be hundreds of cookie in a jar out there. तो तुम वो जार में पिक नहीं कर सकते कि नहीं मुझे यही वाली cookie से. No, they are all the same. Okay, so you'll just get to pick one cookie, any cookie. So I hope you got the idea there. So Uh, we are done with and, we are done with a. The next one is the. The next is the. Irony. Okay. So moving on, the is opposite to a. This the, we're done with a. So the is opposite to a. The is you get to choose what it is. Okay, specifically. Here a was any. Okay, but here we have specific. Okay, which one? You get to choose it. It means something very specific, general, and generally like and the are opposite, like opposite, general and specific. Here it is written general and specific, they are opposites. So you actually get to choose which one you're going to get. Think, I'll give you an example of it. Like think about this when you go shopping. Okay, so you don't just walk into the store and say, "Hi, could I have a shirt?" No, you can't just go and say, "I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how much it is. I just want a shirt." You don't say that, right? This never happens. So when you go shopping, like if for like for girls when they go for shopping for shoes, so you just don't go into the shoe store and say, just give me a pair of shoes please. Okay, just a pair of shoes. No, you don't say that. Okay, you want to go through all the shoes out there in the shop and you want to try them all on, and you want to, get the shoes of your right shoes of your dreams. So you're not going to say a pair of shoes, you're going to say the shoes. Okay, the pair of the pair of shoe. Okay, not a shoe. Now we are done with being specific. Now another one is second time you talk about the same noun. Another one very confusing thing is the second time when you talk about the same noun in a phrase, you have to put the second noun with the. When you are using same noun in a in a sentence twice, so when the second time you're using the noun, you have to put the before that. Okay, for example, uh, I'll give you an example of I bought some fruit. The fruit was bad. Okay, I bought some fruit. The fruit was bad. So, fruit over here is a uncountable noun. The fruit is is uncountable noun. So, if the noun is uncountable, we do not use an article. Okay, I bought some fruit. That's it. Okay. Now continuation, we are using the fruit was bad. So don't get confused here. You would say but ma'am, you have just said if it's an uncountable noun, we do not use an article. So how come we are using the over here? So let me make this thing very clear to you. It is the grammar rule, because if in a sentence the noun is coming twice, if it is coming once, then you don't have to use article. But if it is coming twice, then you have to use the article the. Okay, it's a grammar rule. So you have to, get it right. You have to just get it into your head. Okay, so first time when I used the article fruit, I did not use any article, but second time I have used the fruit, the article. Okay, so we're done with the second point. The third point over here is when we use the article the, I'm using articles like all the time. I know when we speak, we use articles every time. When we speak, when we listen, or we read, every time. Okay, if you are reading or listening, you use the article. Now, the third one is the speaker and the listener. Okay, both knows. When the speaker and listener both knows that you're talking about the same thing, then you have to use the. Okay, how? I'll give you an example for that. Like if you and your friends go to same college, okay, like how you do now, you go to same college, so you have to say the college. Okay, if I were talking to my friend on phone, I say and I said, hi, oh, I left my book at the school or at the college. So my friend and I, we both know what school we are talking about, right? We both know because we both go to the same college. So I'll have to say over there the college. Okay, I'm going to go to the college tomorrow. Okay, you and I, we both know we're talking about the same one, the same thing, the speaker and the listener. Okay, so being specific done, being twice, same noun twice done, the speaker and reader done, the speaker and listener done. Now 1% of the countries. What does it mean by 1% of the countries? So this one is we use with countries, but only 1% of the countries in the world goes like satisfies this point, like uh, the United Nation, okay, or the United Kingdom, or the United Arab Emirates. I hope you all have heard about this. The UAE. UAE's full form is nothing but United Arab Emirates. And I know you all have heard about UAE because you all have heard about Dubai, right? Yeah. So all of these three countries, we have to use the. Why? Because there is a word united in the title of the country. Okay. I do not say the India, or I do not say the Canada, or I do not say the Japan. Okay. No, no, I do not say that. That's wrong. Okay. If a word has united in it, then I would say the. Okay. All right. So the second one is if the country has more than two words in the name. Okay. Like if the country has more than two words in the name, then you're going to say the. For example, New Zealand. Okay. So it's New Zealand, but it has only two words in the name. Okay. So you do not say the New Zealand. You do not do that. That's the wrong thing. Okay. So I have to put the in front of the country name which is having united in it, or which is having more than two words in it. So the last one is the most important. If you are not very good with geography class, then this one's hard for you. Anyhow, we have to use the if the country is comprised of tiny or small, very small islands, number of islands. Okay, so if a country comprises of number of small islands, then you have to use the. Okay, so I do not expect everyone of you to know which country are made of small islands out there, but I'll help you here. Like one example I can give you is Philippines. Okay, so if we are saying Philippines, then you will say the Philippines. Okay, if you look at the map, the Philippines has many tiny little islands, okay, that makes one country. Uh, just a second. Okay, Discord. Okay, this happens when people do not join the class on time, anyhow. Okay, so that makes one country. Okay, many small islands, like club of many small islands, tiny islands. It makes one whole country. So there we use the, like I've given you an example, the Philippines or the West Indies, the West Indies. Okay, the we use there or the Canary Islands. We use the for all these places. They have small islands that form one big country. But if you look at Japan, for example, Japan has, okay, 4 to 5 maybe islands, but it comprises of one bigger island. Okay, one big island it has. So when a bigger island is there present there, so we do not use the over there. Okay, we do not say the Japan. Okay, so they have to be very small islands. I hope you all understood this, where to use
Ma'am, why not
the
the Japan? My bad.
articles and a and the.
Hello.
Okay, do not unmute
Why don't
yourself.
you
Do
use the
not speak in
Japanese?
between. Please note down all your doubts. Please note down all your doubts and ask me later. I'll give you the time to ask me the doubts. Okay, note down all your doubts and ask me at the end of the session. Okay, note it down. Okay, so moving on with the articles, the types of articles. Okay, so there are broadly two types, that is definite article and indefinite articles. Now, I would like to explain you what definite articles are. Okay, so the definite articles is the word the. Okay, we have learned it right now, right? The is definite. Okay, it limits the meaning of noun to one particular thing. Okay, I've given an example, the coffee cup or the cup of coffee. Okay, for example, here I've written one example here. Your friend might ask, are you going to the party this weekend? You and your friend both knows which party you're talking about. So are you going to the party this weekend? Yes, that party. Okay. So the definite article tells you that your friend is referring to the specific party that you both know about. Okay. The definite article can be used with singular, plural, or uncountable nouns. Here are some examples that I have written. Please give me the hammer. Okay. Or please give me the red hammer specifically. The blue one is too small. So I have explained you the definite article, what it is. Okay. It's very specific. Moving on to the indefinite article, I'll explain it to you quickly. So indefinite articles take two forms. It's a word when it precedes with a word that begins with a consonant. Now, what's a consonant? I have explained you consonant right now, but you might not know that. I'll repeat it again. Consonant is speech sound. It's the sound that is not vowel but represents those sounds like Z, B, T, G, H, like those words. Okay, like an hour. Okay, so it's the word and when it precedes with a word that begins with a vowel. The indefinite article indicates that a noun refers to general idea rather than to a particular thing. Okay, it is not specific. For example, I'm going to bring an apple pie. An apple pie. Okay, it can be anything. An apple pie. Okay, so I should bring a gift to the party. Okay, a gift. I'm bringing a gift. But which gift? What is the gift? No, a gift. Okay, general. So another example I can say over here is, please hand me a book. Okay, any book will do. Please just give me one book. I'll read and I'll go to sleep. Just give me a book. Any book will do. Anyhow, so this is indefinite articles we have covered over here. Articles are done. Now we'll move on with tenses. So tenses is a form taken by a verb to indicate the action of time. Okay, at what time that action has occurred. Okay, so generally there are broadly there are three type of tenses. You all know those tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense. Yes, you all know that. Very good. So present tense, the example is, I write this letter to help you. Okay, I write this letter to help you. Now, present. Okay, the past will be, I wrote this letter yesterday. Okay, this is past tense. I've already done this. I wrote this letter yesterday and it's done. The future tense is nothing but, I shall write another letter tomorrow. Okay, fine. I did a mistake. I shall write in another letter tomorrow for you. Okay, that's fine. Yes, that'll work. So this is how you represent tenses: past, present, past, and future broadly. Okay, but there's one thing to note over here. Sometimes the past tense may refer to present time and present tense may refer to as future time. Now, oh, you will say, ma'am, what? What did you just say? We are confused here. Okay, don't get confused here. I'll explain you what did I just say. Okay, so I said past tense refers to present time. Okay, past tense refers to present time. Me, example of this is, I wish I knew the answer. I wish I knew the answer. Present time. Present is the time I'm talking about, but I'm talking about past tense. I knew the answer. काश मुझे आंसर पता होता. अभी बोल रही हूँ लेकिन previous, like past tense की बात कर रही हूँ मैं. Okay, so present time, past tense. Similarly, present tense, future time. What is an example of this? Let's wait till he comes home. अभी हम वेट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन किसका वेट कर रहे हैं? हम फ्यूचर का वेट कर रहे हैं, when he will come home, right? So present tense, future time की बात कर रहे हैं हम. So that was an important lesson. Okay, that's an important note. Note it down. Okay, moving on. Broadly, we know there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense, but they are subdivided. They're further subdivided into four types each. Okay, so present tense, we have simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Past tense, we have simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Similarly, for future tense, we have simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Oh, a lot of tenses we have. All right. So I'll explain you what these are, what does these all mean, and what's the difference between them. Okay, you will say, ma'am, all our tenses, what's so big about this? So what's so great about this? So, but this changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Okay, so you should know what these tenses are. Okay, when you speak, while you speak. All right. So moving on with the present tense. Very first in present tense, it is simple present tense. For example, there are multiple scenarios where you use present tense. How? First one is to express a habitual action. Okay, habitual action means the things that comes in your routine, okay, your day-to-day activity. For example, you can say, I get up at 5 a.m. every day, or he takes exercise every morning. Okay, so it is present tense. Simple, it's simple. It is habitual. Okay, so it is an habitual action. You do it every day. Okay, every day. Habitual action. Moving on to express a universal truth or fact, which everybody knows. Okay, like honey sweet. Yeah, everybody knows honey sweet. It's not sour, it is not sour, it is sweet. Okay, so another one is fortune favors the brave. Okay, so yes, fortune always favors the brave. They say that. Okay, like they say, "Hey, you have good fortune, right?" So fortune, good fortune always favors the brave. It's a saying, it's a universal truth or a fact. Moving on to express an action taking place in the immediate present. Immediate present. Here comes the bus. Or there she goes. Look, there she goes. Look, right before teachers enter the class, there she goes outside the class. Likewise. Okay, so then to indicate the present period, it is he works in this office. Okay, this is the period we are talking about. He works in this office. He's not just working now in this office, but he works in this office. This is the period. Okay, or he has a big garden. Okay, he has, okay, not for a minute or not for a moment, but he has a garden for himself, okay, for a period of time. So moving on to express the future fixed action. Okay, fixed action means the train starts at 5 p.m. every day. Okay, daily the train comes at 5 p.m. So it expresses the future fixed action. Another one is it is vivid narrative as a substitute for a simple past. Okay, so how does it, okay, explains is, for example, he rushes forward and kicks the ball. Okay, it is narrative. You are saying this, he rushes forward and kicks the ball. You are saying this to somebody, you are narrating it. Okay, as a substitute of simple past. All right, so then and there you are saying this. Then in time clause, when it is introduced by conjunction of time such as when, while, until, till, after, as soon as, or no sooner, or then, many more. Okay, so how can you say this? I shall wait till you come. Okay, I shall wait till you come. You're saying this to someone. Okay, I shall wait till you come, or I will wait till you come. I will wait until you come. Likewise. Okay, so conditional clause. What is the conditional clause? That was the time clause because you're waiting time. Here is this another one that is conditional clause. How can you say a conditional clause? There has to be one condition in that sentence, like unless he studies, he will not pass. So this one is for you all. Unless you all study, you will not clear your gate examination. So please focus on your studies. Then another one, we will wait until she comes back. Okay, a condition is there. We are waiting, but why are we waiting? What's the condition? कब तक के हमें wait करना है? जब तक कि वो वापस नहीं आ जाती, जब तक कि वो नहीं आ जाती. So we will wait until she comes. Okay. The another one is to introduce a quotation. Now, a quotation, it can be anything. Okay, so like a Shakespeare says, fidelity, whatever, thy name is woman. Whenever you are saying a quotation, you are like you presently you are saying that. Okay, so presently you are saying that quotation. So the last one is in exclamatory sentence beginning with your, there, likewise. So how can you say that? Here comes Sohan. I have written one example. Or here comes your friend. Here comes my mother. You can say anything. Okay. Or likewise. Okay. All right. Moving on to the second one, present continuous tense. When it is used, present continuous tense we are talking about. Okay. So first is for an action going on at the time of speaking. Something is going on. Okay. While you are speaking, something is going on. It is going on. Okay. So the boys are playing football. So boys are playing football. You are speaking present, but it is continuous because they are doing that action. तुमने बोला और वो खत्म हो गया ऐसा है क्या नहीं? It is continuous. Then for a temporary solution which may not actually be happening at the time of speaking. Okay. For example, this is not happening when you are speaking, but it's a temporary solution. Like I am reading Tom Sawyer. Now, Tom Sawyer is nothing but a author. Okay, so I'm reading like which author you might know. What is his name? Chetan Bhagat. I hope you all have heard about that writer. Okay, no comments on that. But I'm reading Chetan Bhagat. You might say, so you are not reading it actually at that time when you are saying it, but you are reading it. So how you will say, I'm reading Chetan Bhagat. Yeah, that novel is good. I'm reading it currently. So likewise, you say it. Or he is teaching English in Delhi University. Okay, so maybe right now he's not teaching English over there, but he's teaching English. Like I teach English in Gaikwad Patil College of Institute. So it's not like that I am every time or whenever I say this, I'm teaching English only. No, I do other things as well. But broadly, I teach English in GPJ. It goes like that. Okay. All right. So for an action plan in the near future, एकदम, थोड़ी सी देर में. So for example, I'm going to circus tonight. Okay, तुम अभी बोल रहे हो, लेकिन तुम कब जा रहे हो? तुम रात को जा रहे हो, tonight. I'm going to the circus tonight. So present continuous tense it is. She's being married next week. Okay, so she is being married next week is then another example. Next up we have for a repetitive or habitual action used with an adverb. Adverb like always, continually, constantly, very, etc. So habitual action we are talking about, or repetitive action we're talking about. So for example, he's always helping the weak. Okay, that's a good thing to do. So you guys should do that. So how you say, if somebody is doing that, he's always helping the weak. Presently, you are saying this to someone, he's always helping the weak. But is it so that he is right now, when you are saying this, that person is helping a weak? No, it is not that. Okay, he helps. Okay, in general, it's a habitual action. Another example is he always comes late to office, or I can say you always come late to class. So don't do that. Okay, it's a wrong habit. Don't do that. If I'm saying that my class will start at 2, then be present at 1:55. Okay, that's a good manner. All right, moving on. Present perfect tense is used when first to express an action that has just been completed. बस अभी ये चीज खत्म हुई है तो तुम कैसे बोलोगे? It's present perfect. For example, he has just returned from office. Just returned from the office. Or sun has set. बस अभी sun has set. Okay. To express past action whose time is not defined. Past में ये चीज हो चुकी है लेकिन उसका टाइम डिफाइन नहीं हुआ है कि वो खत्म हो गई है, ठीक है, ऐसे टाइम डिफाइन नहीं हुआ है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, have you read this book? Have you read this book? Or Mr. Ram has been to US. Mr. Ram has been to US. It is not defined. It is not like a defined sentence. Another one we have to express a past action that the effect of which still continuous. Okay, this has already happened in past, but uska effect abhi bhi chal raha hai. Like I have cut my finger. I have cut my finger. Abhi bhi I have pain. Okay, but I did this in past. So this is my past action, but presently I'm hurting. Moving on, with the next example, I have finished my work. I have finished my work. Okay, now if मैम ने पूछा तो मैं अपना होमवर्क दिखा सकता हूँ. I have it right now, present. So I have lived in Delhi for 10 years, but I'm still living here. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं पिछले 10 साल से रह रहा हूँ तब मैं बोला मैं छोड़ के चला गया. No, I have lived in Delhi for 10 years and I'm still here. Likewise. Up next, we have to denote an action beginning at some point in the past and continuing up to the present moment. Okay, so for example, I have known him for a long time. तुम अभी बोल रहे हो, पहले से तुम मुझसे जानते हो, बहुत टाइम से तुम मुझसे जानते हो. You are saying now, I have known him for a long time. Still you know him. So we have lived here for 10 years. ये मेरा घर है, मैं यहाँ पर 10 साल से रह रहा हूँ. So we have lived here for 10 years. Okay. Past, present. Okay. So here's some tricky points for you. Also used with since and for. Now we have since over here, since. Okay, where's my marker? Pen. Okay. So since and for. Since means from that point to the time we speak of. From some time to the time we speak of. Like he has been ill since last week. Okay. Well, for when do we use it? While for is used for a period of time, a longer period of time. For example, I have lived here for 2 years. So since and for. All right. Moving on with the present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so when do we use present perfect continuous tense? I'll fast forward it. Okay, so for an action which begins at some time in the past and still continue. So they have been playing since 4 o'clock. Okay, your mom always maybe try to complain. that you were always playing. You were playing since morning, since 4 o'clock. You're playing. Now it's 6. Come on, come inside and do your homework. So, for our unfinished action, we have been building the house. We are still building the house. It's an unfinished action. Okay, it's present perfect, continuous. It is continuous. So you can how or else how you can say is I have been working for 10 years. Now for drawing conclusion, if you want to draw conclusion, what you can say is her eyes are red, she has been crying. You are concluding it. Maybe uski aankheं लाल दिख रही है, इसका मतलब है कि she might be crying. Okay, so her eyes are red, she has been crying. Conclusion: the room stinks, somebody has been frying fish here. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. All right, moving with the past tense. Past, simple past tense. We'll start with the simple past tense. First one is to indicate an action completed, often occurring with an adverb of time. Means, I read the letter yesterday. Or, without an adverb of time, the time being implied. The time being implied means I didn't sleep well. Or, who left the door open? The action has already been done. किसी ने तो दरवाजा खुला छोड़ के चला गया है. So it is like that. Yeah, I didn't sleep. मैं नहीं, वो हो चुका है, मैं नहीं सोया रात भर. So it's like that. I didn't sleep well. All right. So another one is we have for past habits or repeated actions. He always carries a bag. He always carries a bag. That girl always carries her bag. Or he took a long walk. He took a long walk every morning. Okay, that's a repetitive action or habit, and that's a good habit to walk in the morning or to exercise in the morning. Okay, to donate an action. Sorry, to denote an action. Sorry, which continue for some time in past. Okay, so how is it? We studied chemistry for 2 years. Okay, we studied past tense chemistry for 2 years. Now, past continuous tense we'll talk about. So first is to denote an action going on sometime in the past. Action going on, but sometime in the past. He was listening to the radio all day, okay, continuously. Or she was weeping bitterly. Like, oh, nobody should weep, I guess. But yeah, she was. So another one we have with an adverb all. Okay, all emphasizing continuity or with still emphasizing duration. For example, it was raining all night. Okay, past continuous. Or it was still raining when I woke up. Still raining. Okay, with and not with, all and still. Okay, moving on for persistent habits in the past used with always. Continually, he was always grumbling. We can say he was always grumbling. Okay, you can say that. Habit. Okay, persistent habit. Another one we have use in making polite inquiries. If you want to make an inquiry, if you want to know something. So how can you say for past continuous tense, I was wondering if you could help me with this, please. I was wondering if you could help me. That's it. Or help me with this, please. With whatever you want. Up next, we have past present tense. It is used to describe an action completed in the past. Past perfect. It is done. Okay, perfect. Then, example of that is Mahatma Gandhi died on 30th Jan 1948. Okay, that action is already being done. Okay, that's done. Another one we have, however, if two actions happened in the past, it may be necessary to show which happened earlier. दो चीजें हो चुकी है past में, लेकिन earlier कौन सी हुई है? To show that. Okay, so how to show that? The simple past is used in one clause and the past perfect in the other. How? The patient had died when the doctor arrived. For example, the patient was already dead जब doctor वहां आए. Okay, so simple past and past perfect. The patient had already died when the doctor arrived. Okay, or I had written the letter before he arrived. I had written the letter before he arrived. Okay. Next one we have with verb to show unfulfilled hopes and wishes. Thus verbs like expect, hope, suppose, things, wants, something like those. Okay, is used to describe things we hoped to do but couldn't do. Okay, or could not do. For example, I had thought to send him a letter but could not send it. I had thought to do my homework but could not do it. Okay, you might say that. Okay, up next we have past, present, continuous tense. First one in this is for an action that began before a certain time in the past and continued up to that time. For example, at that time he had been editing the newspaper for 2 years. Okay, उस समय वो क्या करता था, वो एडिटिंग करता था न्यूज़पेपर में 2 साल तक उसने वो काम किया उस टाइम पे. ओके, नाउ इट्स डन. At that time he had been editing the newspaper for 2 years. Okay, or the children had been practicing for 2 hours till he called them out. Okay. Up next we have can be used for drawing conclusions. Again, if you want to draw a conclusion to some scenario, you can say her eyes were red. It was obvious she had been crying all day. You are concluding it. Okay, it can be an infection. It can be anything. It might be lack of sleep, but you concluded that she's been crying all day. So this is how you use it to draw a conclusion. Past perfect continuous. Lastly, we have future tense. So in future tense, first we have simple future tense. Where is it used and how is it used? First is for an action that has still to take place. First is, I shall see him tomorrow. Okay. Future tense, I will see him. I shall see him tomorrow. Kal. Okay. Or the price of goods will rise by year end. Okay, तो okay, fine. I have something with me. I want to sell it out. लेकिन उसकी price जब बढ़ेंगी तभी मैं उसको बेचूंगी तो I'll earn more profit. So it goes like that. The price of goods will rise by the end of this year. At that time, I'll earn more profit. So next one we have other ways of expressing futures. How? Using simple present tense for official program and timetable. The college opens on 10th July. Okay. How you are saying it? In future, you are saying it in present. The college opens on 10th July. Okay. So it goes like that. Or using present continuous tense when we talk of something that we plan to do in near future. Like he's arriving this evening. He is arriving this evening. Now we are talking about the near future. Or I'm going to Delhi tomorrow. I'm going to Delhi tomorrow. You're saying in present time, but in future tense. Or using how to use will, shall, or to, or be going to. Okay. So for example, I will see him tomorrow. I shall see him tomorrow, or I'm going to see him tomorrow. So by using going to and be about to describe the speaker's intention to do something in fairly immediate future, like fairly immediate future. I'm going to think about it. Okay, just keep your homework here. I'm going to think about it whether I should accept your homework or not because you're submitting it late. Likewise. Okay, or he's going to be a doctor when he grows up. Okay, that was an example of fairly immediate future. Okay, so future continuous tense, we have first one to represent an action as going on at some point, at some time in the future, as to represent an action as going on at some point in future. फ्यूचर में किसी तो भी वक्त ये एक्शन होने वाली है तो द गेस्ट विल बी अराइविंग एनी टाइम फ्रॉम नाउ. So how your mother will say the guest will be arriving anytime from now. So please go and get changed or go and get ready or yeah, keep the house clean. Okay. So for future events that are planned, okay, जो already planned है कि next month maybe तुम्हारा birthday, so you have already planned an event in future. For example, he will be meeting us next month. He will be meeting us next month, or I shall be seeing the president tonight. Yeah, it is fixed. Then, in the interrogative form, these sentence is used to ask a polite question. How are you going to be polite? It is not very difficult to be polite, but you should always be polite. Okay, so for example, will you be doing it in our absence? Your you are doing a project and your teammates are asking you to do it, to do the thing, to finish the project in their absence. They are all going out somewhere without you. So how are you going to ask that? Will you be doing it in our absence, please? Can you do it in our absence, please? Likewise. Then up last we have, okay, last we have future tense, future perfect tense. So future perfect tense is used to indicate a completion of an action in a certain time in future. Completion of an action in certain time in future, like you know that कि उस वक्त ये चीज खत्म हो जाएगी, okay? It will not prolong it or it will not continue. So I will have returned by year 2010. I have written, no, it should not be 2010, it should be 2020. Okay. 2020 में मैं वापस आ जाऊंगा. Okay. If the person is not in India, he can say by 2020 I will have returned by the year 2020 from abroad. Okay. Or before you come, he will have slept. यानी तुम ये बोल रहे हो कि जब तुम आओगे तब तक के ये सो जाएगा. Okay. Okay. So future. But that will be done. Okay. So another one we have future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate an action that is in progress over a period of time and will end in future. Okay, अभी हो रहा है but ये future में खत्म हो जाएगा. So for example, we can say by next June we shall have been living here for 4 years. अगले जून में हमें यहाँ रहते रहते 4 साल हो जाएंगे. इसका मतलब ये है. Okay. So, what are you doing? You are talking about future perfect continuous tense. Okay, it is continuous now, but तुम्हें पता है कि ये future में खत्म हो जाएगा, यानी जून में 4 साल खत्म हो जाएंगे. All right, so these were the types of tense. We'll summarize it. Quickly, we'll go through it. So, simple present, I play basketball every week. Present progressive, I'm playing basketball now. Or simple past, I played basketball yesterday. Past progressive, I was playing basketball the whole evening. Present perfect, I have just played basketball. Or present perfect progressive, I have been playing basketball for 3 hours. Up next, we have past perfect. I had played basketball for before mother came. मम्मी के आने से पहले मैंने बास्केटबॉल खेल लिया. It is like that. Okay. So past perfect progressive we have. I have been playing basketball when Mary came. Okay. यानी जब वो आई तब भी मैं बास्केटबॉल खेल रहा था. Okay. So future will be I will play basketball next week. Future going to means I'm going to play basketball this afternoon. Or future progressive we have I will be playing basketball next Sunday. The last one we have future perfect. I will have played basketball by tomorrow. Yeah, you see, I will have played. Okay. The last one we have over here is vocabulary. Okay, very important, very important. I have told you this is an important thing. You should improve your vocabulary. You should always try to improve your vocabulary. So what's a vocabulary? A person's vocabulary is a set of words with a language that are familiar to that word. Okay, Hindi, we are familiar with Hindi. We know many millions of words in Hindi. Okay, so जो भी language के words तुम्हें आते हैं, that means वो language की vocabulary पे तुम्हारा strong command है. Okay, so a vocabulary usually develops with age and serves as a usual and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring knowledge. Obviously, अगर तुम्हारा vocabulary अच्छा है तो तुम्हारा communication automatically improve हो जाएगा. So acquiring an extensive vocabulary is one of the largest challenge in learning a second language. पहली language हमारी हिंदी है, we all know that. Second language हमारी कौन सी है? English. अगर तुम्हारा वोकैबुलरी अच्छा है इंग्लिश में तो तुम्हारी इंग्लिश भी अच्छी होगी, सेकंड लैंग्वेज भी तुम्हारी अच्छी होंगी, लेकिन यही तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है कि तुम्हें तुम्हारी वोकैबुलरी को इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा, इम्प्रूव करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो दैट्स द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज हियर. Not just for English, for any other language, for any secondary language. Okay, primary language we have Hindi for us, for Indians. Okay, so vocabulary is of much more importance than grammar. एक बार का grammar तो भी like नहीं होना चाहिए एज एन इंग्लिश टीचर, आई नो नहीं होना चाहिए, बट vocabulary अगर तुम्हें वर्ड्स ही नहीं आएंगे तो तुम वो लैंग्वेज के साथ वर्क कैसे करोगे? हाँ, अगर तुम्हें वर्ड्स आ रहे हैं तो देन यू कैन अरेंज इट ग्रामेटिकली, राइट? Okay, it is the key to communication successfully with other people. Words are the currency of communication. Yeah, very important. Vocabulary improves all areas of communication like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, all these four areas, if you want to have a good command in listening, speaking, it is okay, reading, and writing. अगर ये चारों एरिया में गुड कमांड चाहिए, सॉरी फॉर दैट, so you have to increase your vocabulary. Okay, so we have few types of vocabulary which are active, passive, oral, print, receptive, and productive. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Active, we have active vocabulary includes words that we know and frequently use them in speaking and writing. जो हम सबसे ज्यादा यूज करते हैं लिखने में और बोलने में, those are the active vocabulary. Passive vocabulary includes words that we know but we do not use in our speaking and writing. Okay, generally we do not use those words. Okay, so generally we do not use, like, I know you guys do not use idioms very often, right? So you should use them. Okay, I've taught you about idioms yesterday. Okay, moving on to the oral vocabulary. Oral vocabulary includes those words that we recognize and use in speaking and listening. Okay, while speaking and listening. Okay, oral. It is the oral communication. Listening, speaking. Then, up next we have print vocabulary. It includes those words that we recognize and use in reading and writing. Okay, it is printed. Printed, it is written on my screen, you are reading it, I wrote it, so it's a print vocabulary. Receptive vocabulary includes words that we recognize when we hear or see them. Okay, जब हम उसे सुनते हैं या जब हम उन्हें देखते हैं. Okay, those are the receptive vocabulary. Lastly, we have productive vocabulary. Productive vocabulary includes words that we use when we speak or write. Okay, जब हम बोलते हैं या जब हम लिखते हैं तो वो होता है हमारा productive vocabulary. Okay, it shows our productivity in vocabulary or in communication, though the communication is written or oral. Lastly, we have words. Okay, so words, in words we have two types: content words and structural words. Content words are words that have meaning. Okay, I know all words have meaning. The content words, like, it's generally the definition. The content words are words that have meaning. They can be compared to grammatical words which are structural. Okay, grammatical words. Noun, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs are usually content words. Okay, content words में क्या क्या आता है? Nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Okay, now auxiliary verbs, pronouns, articles, and prepositions. ये सब क्या होते हैं? ये सब grammatical words होते हैं. Okay. So content word can be compared to grammatical words, okay? But mainly they are noun, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, whereas grammatical words are auxiliary verbs, pronouns, articles, and prepositions. We have read about all these things in our previous classes. So if you are saying कि ma'am क्या होता है auxiliary verb, so you have to go back and see my lectures and you have to learn it from there. Or you should have been present then. Okay, moving on. Example I've written here, we flew over the mountain at the dawn. Okay. Another type of words are structural word. Okay, here I have written. Okay, structural words are those which have little or no meaning in themselves. Okay, but they bind together other words. उनका अगर तुमने उसे अकेला रख दिया उस शब्द को तो उसका कोई मीनिंग नहीं रहेगा, लेकिन वो वर्ड क्या करते हैं, वो वर्ड बाइंड करते हैं दूसरे वर्ड्स को इन अ सेंटेंस. ओके, सो दोज आर दी स्ट्रक्चरल वर्ड्स. समझा? यहाँ पर मैंने बोला था कंटेंट वर्ड्स आर वर्ड्स दैट हैव मीनिंग. So this is what it meant. Okay, all the content words have meaning, but structural words are those which have little or no meaning, but in themselves, but they bind words together, okay, to make a phrase or a clause or a sentence. Oh my God, we have learned so many things today, and with this we come to the end of our lesson. All right, so quick revision here. Where's my cursor? Here. Okay, quick revision here. What all we have read today? We have read about articles. Then we read about three articles, that is a, and the. We read about the definite article, the indefinite article, tenses, types of tenses, present tense, past tense, future tense. Then broadly we have three, but they are all the three of them are subdivided into 4 types each. Then we have okay, vocabulary, types of vocabulary, and the types of words. With this, I conclude my today's session. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed my lesson. And you all learned something new today, I hope so. Okay, all right then. Uh, if you have any doubt, if you have anything to ask me, then please drop a message in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask me. I'll try to answer you, or I'll try to help you out there. Okay, anything? Or
Hello, ma'am.
okay, thank you, Abhijit. Okay, I hope you learned something. Yeah, who was it?
Hello, ma'am.
Why not the Japan? Okay, all I've told you, the Japan, it's Japan. Just a second, Pralay. Let me answer Piyush first. Piyush, we do not use the. I've told you where we use the. Okay, the Japan, we can't use it. Why? Because A, Japan consists of a single word. It is just a Japan, like India. Okay. Secondly, it does not comprises of several or many small things like an island does. Okay, if it has multiple like geographically, if it is having multiple lands, multiple islands, then as a whole you can say it the. Okay, as a whole. Okay, group, as a group, but it's not a group. Okay, and lastly, it does not contain united word in it. Okay, so we do not say the India, we do not say the Japan, we do not say the Canada, or likewise.